The pitch for Undercover Boss was our first as Studio Lambert. We had come together a few weeks earlier to form a new television production company in the United States. 6 months before that, Stephen had launched the business in the United Kingdom. It was late 2008, just as the recession had hit, and television advertising revenues had collapsed. But despite the tough economic times, we were optimistic. Now, after all the dreamy talk around the kitchen table in Eli's Venice Beach apartment, we were finally going out to sell a show, or at least try to. The broadcast and cable network buyers in Los Angeles hear dozens of pitches every day. The overwhelming majority are rejected, not to your face, but in the after-pitch feedback to your agent. They are the smart ones wearing ties and dark suits who patiently attend all pitches and then try to hustle a deal afterwards. Usually this means listening to endless euphemisms for no. We like the idea, but we just don't think it will connect with our demo. We tried that kind of idea recently, but the focus group numbers killed it. We're looking for something bigger, noisier, more special. To have any chance of making a sale, you have to fall in love with your idea. You then have to convey that love with every fiber of your body. Then you need to have a thick skin and luck. The idea for our show started in the United Kingdom in 2008 when British Airways opened its new $6 billion terminal at Heathrow. It was a disaster. Thousands of families heading on vacation faced chaos after the prestigious terminal was reduced to a shambles on its opening day by the complete failure of its baggage system. The beleaguered chief executive of BA, Willie Walsh, was hounded by news reporters. Someone from the Times asked, when was the last time he traveled as a punter, paying customer, exposing himself to the kind of service that led one angry passenger on the day that T5 opened to remark, people like us that are treated like cattle as usual by British Airways. As a punter on BA, said Walsh, I can't, because people in BA recognize me. We wondered whether that was true. Would ordinary workers in large corporations recognize their big boss if he or she were dressed like them, and they were told that here was a new trainee trying out their kind of job? We suspected they wouldn't. Fortunately, Britain's Channel 4 agreed and ordered a pilot that would let us test our theory. We shot the UK pilot in the late summer of 2008 with the boss of a budget vacation resort company. It worked. The boss wasn't recognized. He learned a great deal about what was wrong with his business. When he eventually told his fellow workers who he really was, he decided to reward them with promotions and training courses. It was a very emotional ending to his time undercover. We didn't wait to finish editing the British pilot before pitching our show in the United States. We now had the most valuable thing anyone who wants to sell an idea to American TV networks can possibly have: tape.